What's up, Capricorn? All right, so we're going to be jumping into you guys' vibes. Now, when I was looking out into the vast, beautiful future of yours, what I saw for the next year was your hand. Okay? Kind of like, okay, let's say this is the universe, right? And the universe is collecting all of the cards back. And I don't know how long it's been since the universe did this, but it's been a minute. So the universe collects all your cards and starts shuffling them, right? And then starts passing them out. And when you look at yours, oh my God, Capricorn, you got a handful of spades. You got a handful of spades. I like that. Inspiration, blessings, and happiness. These are your spades moving into the new year. Inspiration, blessings, and happiness. Okay, you're going to find a lot more joy this year because a lot of the things you enjoy are going to be in your face. Okay, so you playing cards with a handful of spades. You got the inspiration, the blessings, and the happiness. But why do we play spades? Because we want to win the game, right? Spades is a game. So if you think of this next year as a game, the game of life, the game of making my dreams come true, you have to go into it knowing I got a handful of spades, bruh. I got a handful of spades, sis. So it don't matter what they throw at me. I'm chopping and I'm cutting and I'm stacking my books, right? And then I'm going to win. This is how I see this happening for you. Basically, you're going to have everything you need to get anything you want, okay? You got the inspiration to go do stuff. You got the blessings and the favor of the Lord or universe, whatever you want to call it. And then the happiness, okay, to go along with it. Because what's the point in being successful if you're not going to be happy? You know, who wants to be successful and miserable? It's kind of like those two don't even go together, right? So you want the blessings and you want the good high vibrational vibes to enjoy it. So let's see. When I do this reading right now, I'm being told to focus on the fact that you're playing spades, which means there's an opponent. You got a partner in spades, unless you play individually, but I'm seeing it as a table where you got one ally, but then there are two opponents, right? So some of you guys may have two haters this year. You may have two Virgo got clout chasers, so you can go watch the Virgo video. But yeah, some of you guys may have two opponents, okay? Two ops, two people that constantly come at your head throughout the year. But what these people don't realize is that they don't have the spades in their hand because they're all in your hand. So imagine two partners playing spades and they looking across the table at each other smiling. Meanwhile, you ain't got to say nothing because you know your hand is bomb, okay? Let's see what's right now. What's the current vibe and energy? The Page of Cups. So this to me is representing two things. This is either representing your opponent's hand or this is representing what you feel like you got right now. So for those of you who feel like, well, I don't have this and I really wish that the universe would redeal those cards, you just hold on, baby. And if this is for the person who is your op, what you need to know is they don't have a handful of spades. They got a cup full of a fish, okay? What can you do with a fish? Okay, nothing. Except eat it, okay? This is what they have. So when someone comes to you this new coming year, and they have a card, they throw out their card. It's like, well, I can cut that immediately because I don't even have no hearts. I don't even have no cups. You know what I'm saying? It's like right out the gate, you're going to be able to see that you have an advantage, okay? Now, let me clear up this page. This is also talking to me about your op. Your op is a page. Your op has no spades. Your op has a cup with a funky fish. That's it. That's all they got. When the universe decided to reshuffle, they got a cup with a funky fish. That's what they got. So, of course, they're mad at you. But it's not that they're mad at you because of what you got. They're mad at you because of what they don't got. And then the shocking revelation is going to come out later when you start throwing them spades. So if they think they mad now, they might want to hold that thought. Okay? Let's see what else we get. Listen. You were called to do it. Now, this is for my people out there that feel like you are a small fish in a huge ocean. You feel like you can get ate up by a shark anytime. What I'm telling you is, even if you don't feel qualified, God has already qualified you. Okay? You were called to do it. So this is for somebody out there. You got this big dream. You're like, next year, I'm going for it. And what I'm saying to you is, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Go for it. Why? Because the reason why it keeps pecking at you, the reason why you think about it all the time, the reason why you can be working a job making good money, but something's still picking at you, is because you're being called. You've been called. You just didn't think you had all the right tools. But I'm telling you, there's a reshuffling happening. And when you look at your hand this time, when you reevaluate your gifts, your skills, and your talents this time, you're going to see yourself, you're going to see your hand, you're going to see your life that much more differently. And it's going to give you the confidence that you need to do what you were called to do. Okay? Let's see what's going on behind the scenes that you may not know. Oh, the Tower. This is the reshuffle. Can I get a reshuffle? Let me hear you say reshuffle. That's what's happening. The universe is bringing down the old structure. Give me all of the cards back. Okay? That's what's happening. So for those who feel like small fish, right? That's just the way I'm getting with this cup, with this card. You feel like small fish. You're irrelevant. Nobody's paying attention to you. You're just insignificant, right? But then, boom, the reshuffle happens. Okay? And that's what I'm telling you. Behind the scenes, you may not be able to see this. You may just feel it or experience it. Like, this is leaving my life. That just got snatched away from me. These people are no longer my friends. What is going on? Right? You want to pull your hair out. Well, that's because you're being called to do something. And until you do it, everything that's not a part of what you were called to is going to catch that tower. It's going to catch them flames from that tower. Because with the cards that you got in your hand now, you ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice. Okay? Let's see. What's on the high vibrational end? Oh, snap. No, let me clarify this because I got that too. Okay, wow, the Tower. So just as a tower is happening for you, a tower is happening for your ops. Thank you. Sometimes I get it, but I forget to say it and then I have to come back. Okay, so the Tower moment is happening for you, and behind the scenes, what you don't see because you think you break it down, what's happening is the Tower is happening to the people with them hands. Ooh, boy, they thought they had hands. But the universe said, redeal, reshuffle. So how do you think a person who once had a good hand feels now that they get their hand snatched? And now it's like, well, if I had such a great hand before and now I'm about to get a redeal, what if I don't get the same hand? What if I don't have that many spades? Guess what? Somebody just realized they ain't got that many spades no more. Somebody just realized that. Okay? Let's see. Let's talk about it. Ooh, listen to this. Oh my God. It's crowded and competitive, but you got this. It's crowded. It's competitive. Everybody want to be that. Everybody got a dream of doing this and doing that. I can hear the people. I can hear the naysayers now. You tell somebody your dream, it's too many people doing that. The market is oversaturated with one of those. We don't need another whoop, whoop, whoop and a blah, blah, blah. It's crowded. It's competitive, but you got this. I want to make some bread. Do you know how many other bread brands are on the shelf? But when you go to the grocery store, you see each and every single one of them got space, don't they? So excuse me, I'm on the shelf. That's how you going to feel this year. Like, yeah, it's a million rappers. It's a million singers. It's a million actors and actresses. It's a million mechanics. It's a million people who make hair products. It's a million people who are bakers and into culinary arts. But guess what? You one of them. And with these handful of spades, you got this. Listen, it's not a matter of what you got. It's a matter of how you use what you got. If you got a handful of spades, baby, just play. Play. Let's see what we got in the high vibrational end. In the high vibrational end, you're checking deuces. Okay? You're checking deuces to people, places, environments, situations that you've learned what you got to learn, okay? Everything that you did with them cards, you did it to the best of your ability. You played the hand that you was given the best you could. And now that the hands have been reshuffled, those card hands have been reshuffled, I'm not going to play the game like I played before because I got some new cards. I'm living up under a new set of circumstances. I've refreshed my mind. My heart has been renewed. I'm not playing the game the same way today that I played yesterday. So yesterday's game, yesterday's rules, yesterday's disappointments, I'm walking away from those. And I'm picking up my new hand. And I'm playing the game. And I'm going to win this time. Okay? So let me see what you're walking away from, why you left, how you end up turning your back on situations that didn't work. This one, and that jumps out. It says, be realistic, but leave room for magic. So if you're just starting something, be realistic. Okay, I may not do $1 million overnight, but I could possibly do $1 million in sales over the course of the next 2 to 3, maybe 5 years, right? I'm going to leave some room for some magic. Oh yeah, you want to do it in 2 years? No problem. Cool. I'm going to leave room for that. But I'm not going to say, oh, if I don't make $1 million overnight, I'm going to quit. Okay. Be realistic, but leave room for magic. Okay. I want to say have your heights set high though. Like don't play small this year. Oh, too many cards. Too many. But I will take this one. Okay. Now, you see the way those cards jumped out like that. I don't know if you guys can see it because I was shuffling on the table, but a lot of cards jumped out. To me, that represents a fallout. Because what card came that actually sat in a position? The Three of Cups. This is on the low vibrational end. This is the stuff you got to watch out for. Reconciliation. These are friendships. These are people you ain't talked to in a long time. Look, they all got a cup. Who do we start off with a cup? You know, the enemy. Or maybe you feeling yourself like a small guy. These are the people who are going to continue to treat you like a small guy because they've only known you to be the small guy, right? You were always the little guy. But even though you may surpass and it may cause a tower moment in their life, it's like, okay, cool. We still want to be around, but we still going to treat you like the little guy, okay? Or something of that effect. Also, with Virgo, didn't I tell you guys you might want to check out that reading because their reading was all about clout chasers. This could be those people. Okay, now on the high vibrational end, it says you walked away from those people and you walked away from those cups. On the low vibrational end, they're coming back. Hey, listen, okay? Now, and I know, you know, that's kind of cliche now. You know, you hear that a lot. They're coming back, they're coming back. First of all, it may not be the people you think. Let me tell you, in my experience, it's never who you think, okay? You be like, they're coming back. They want to be a friend. It'll be somebody from 3rd grade. But it'll really be somebody that you remember from 3rd grade. Like, oh, yeah, I remember we used to have our popsicles together and all. Yeah. And what I'm telling you, the way I'm seeing it is, these are not just random people that you be like, nah, don't talk to me. You may be like, oh, my God. And you immediately engage in conversation and open back up this door. And you didn't even realize the person crept in. You see what I'm saying? And they didn't come back all the way from 3rd grade because they miss your friendship. No, ma'am. They saw something. They saw them spades. They looked at their hand and said, okay, I ain't got no spades. I'm looking over at my partner. They don't have no spades. So the spades must be with you and your squad. Let's get with you and your squad then, okay? Now I had a card jump over. I'm going to just pull this one over. Ooh. It says false one. These are fake friends. These are friends from the past who they've always may have looked at you like the small guy. Again, I keep getting something about the small guy. Like they may have looked down on you because of your circumstances or something, or they didn't think you would ever be something big. But it says false one. So these reconciliations in the next year, and again, I'm telling you, it's never who you think. And just because it's been 10, 15 years doesn't mean it. I had somebody hit me up after 12 years, okay? And I sat on this internet, somebody coming back. Next thing you know, it happened to me 12 years before this person decided to hit me up. But it says false one, okay? So keep that in mind. Let's go ahead to this outcome, what's crowning and covering this whole thing. The Knight of Rods. Okay, this is how I feel. This year, you're definitely moving up, right? Watch this. You may have started off as a page. Started off as the small guy. The page don't have a car. The page walks everywhere. You know, not to say that you may not physically have a car. I'm just talking about in general, right? The page may not have this. The page may not have that. The page got a cup with a fish, right? But then you graduate to the knight. The knight have a horse, meaning, aka you might got a car, okay? And you can shape and make moves. That's the point. See, when you were here, you couldn't really go too far. You couldn't really do too much. There were limitations. There was restrictions. But by 2022, or by the end of 2022, you're going to be able to make some serious moves. Make some serious moves. You may not be where you want to be, but you're definitely not going to be where you are right now. That is called progress. That is called forward movement. You may have had a train sitting at the station for 50 years, but all it takes is one time for that engine to turn on and that train will move. You see what I mean? And so even just the fact that you may have had something sitting or have done something, and I'm telling you about this train reference because it's coming in again for you guys, because this was Virgo's thing. You guys got the cards, but this train keeps trying to come in. Some of y'all train is about to take off. Your train is about to start moving forward. And if it's been moving forward but it's been slow, it's about to gain some speed. And I was telling Virgo, you got people running up as soon as it starts moving, trying to catch those rails and hang off, right? So you may not be moving right now. You may not have been moving this last year at all. But this tower is coming. And it may be crowded and competitive in whatever industry you're trying to get into, but baby, you're going to make some moves. Inspiration, blessings, and happiness is what awaits you in 2022. So that's what I give you, Capricorn. Thank you guys so much for watching this reading. If you would like to see more readings, click the link in the description box and head on over to Patreon right now. But if this is where it ends for you, thank you guys so much. Hit the like button, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.